So my name is Shane Gough and I'm a current LLM student at the UCD Sutherland School of Law. Just to give you some background about myself, I had been working in legal publishing for over a decade when in 2016 I decided to make an application to study law that I'd been considering for a number of years. So I applied to Maynooth University and undertook my undergraduate degree there. I graduated from Maynooth in 2019 with a first class honours BCL degree in law and politics. But I didn't feel like I was quite done, and I became particularly interested in the intersection between human rights and technology law while in my final year in Maynooth. I knew of many of the lecturers in UCD from research that I'd conducted previously, and I really felt that the research that was being undertaken at UCD fitted really well with my own research interests. And I also felt that the LLM degree was a good opportunity to gain a different perspective from an alternative university. So I applied for the LLM degree at UCD straight after my last exam in Maynooth. And while I'd applied to and been accepted by other universities, I was really excited about UCD due to the compatibilities with my own research interests, but also the calibre of the academic staff at UCD, who are all at the absolute cutting edge of research in their fields, and also the excellent international reputation that the UCD Law School has. So I was delighted to be offered a place, which I accepted, and it was absolutely the right decision for me. I first applied for the International Human Rights LLM stream, but due to the focus that I wanted to put on my research, I decided to switch out of that stream and into the general LLM stream, where I could tailor the program to suit my own interests. That was really easy to do, and the team at UCD Law School are really helpful when it comes to things like that, and it was no hassle at all. The lectures for the LLM programs, as Justine alluded to earlier on, are for the most part relatively small, which means that in one way there's nowhere really to hide, but it also gives you an opportunity to really engage with the subject matter and with your fellow students. The classes are really diverse, with a large proportion of international students studying alongside you. So I really felt that this, particularly in the human rights focused modules, really enriched the discussions of the various debates in law, in particular in international human rights law. And it also provided a great opportunity to engage with and to learn from the lecturers who, as I mentioned earlier on, are experts in the fields that they study. So we got to experience really hands-on research-led learning from the likes of Suzanne Egan, who has recently published a book on extraordinary rendition, for example, and we got the benefit of a class dedicated to extraordinary rendition. And, you know, being able to benefit from the years of experience that Suzanne had conducted in that field was really valuable and priceless, really. TJ McIntyre taught on the online regulation module, and he's also advising me on my dissertation. And TJ is another outstanding academic in the law school who, through his chairpersonship of the Digital Rights Ireland group, instigated a European Court of Justice challenge that led to the first EU directive ever to be struck down by the Court of Justice of the European Union. Andrew Jackson teaches the Climate Change Law and Policy module, and he's a member of the team that are taking Ireland to the Supreme Court later this month for its inaction on climate change. So that's just to name a few of the fantastic academics that you may be working with in the law school who are leaders and experts in their fields. And I'd really encourage you to, you know, engage with your interests and do some research about the lectures at UCD, because I'm sure that you'll find one or more who are leading the field in the area that you're interested in. As Justine alluded to, teaching is going to change slightly with COVID-19, and I was really apprehensive about completing modules following lockdown in March, but I have to say it was a really seamless transition. The blended learning approach taken by all the lecturers almost made me forget that I wasn't in the classroom. We had, you know, lively Zoom discussions. really great guest lectures, really engaging traditional style lectures, and they all worked really well on Zoom. So I can only imagine that given a bit of extra time now, any modules that will be going online in the next academic year will be much, much better again. In terms of what I think I gained from the course, I undertook the LLM to really push myself to engage in high-level independent research to ascertain whether I should go down the solicitor path or to pursue more independent research and perhaps think about PhD. Now, I'm still making that decision, but the LLM has shown me that I can do either or both if I want to. There are so many options with a law degree that, you know, the world really is your oyster, and I would highly recommend UCD Law School if you're looking for an engaging, challenging and hugely enjoyable postgraduate experience.